What's going on, everybody? Hope you all can hear me clearly. Let me know if there's any issues. I don't think there should be, but just in case, you let me know. I'm gonna check myself. No, it looks like we're good. If you can't hear me, I am looking at the live chat currently, so make sure you go ahead and let me know. But I think that we should be all right. Hold on. We all good? Sounds good. Good stuff. Good stuff. Let me just get a thumbs up and make sure everybody can hear me clearly. Excuse me. I know I'm still getting over this, whatever the hell it is. I don't know what it is yet, but I'm still getting over it, whatever it is. All right, cool. Good stuff. So it looks like everybody can hear me just fine. I want to thank you all for joining me. This is actually a really important video for several reasons. Really, because like I don't want to say I hate. No, I strongly despise Joy-Ann Reid in all of her domesticity. Like, just to keep it hot, she reaches. She's constantly reaching. Everything with Joy-Ann Reid is about race and about being a woman. Very rarely does she ever talk about facts, but all too often do we hear her talk about, all too often do we hear her try to invoke people's feelings. Even if the invocation of those feelings are illegitimate. She literally does it all the time. I can't even follow her on Twitter because I would probably throw my phone across the room with some of the stuff she says. But in this particular case, because there was a man's life involved in her dismissal of wanting to hold the Clintons' feet to the fire, a man's life was lost. And she tried to pretend like it was mere conspiracy theory. Like that just didn't happen. I'm not joking. This is not an exaggeration. And what's even probably a little bit more unbelievable about this is that usually when Joy-Ann Reid says or does something like this, it's all over YouTube. However, I actually had to step outside of YouTube and search for an article that backlinked it to YouTube, because they did a pretty good job of making sure that it was either impossible to find or extremely hard to find by just searching up the people that were involved in the conversation and then going back to Joy-Ann Reid's name. But I want you to hear this really fast because we clearly have to give Joy-Ann a little history about the Clintons and Haiti, because all of a sudden she cares about Haiti. During the election, when she defended Clinton, unscrupulously, just Haiti didn't matter. But now she cares about Haiti. But let's go ahead and listen to this conversation. It's bullshit. Let me know what you think.
We didn't actually hear him say those words. This is the biggest fake. When I read him, yeah, this is the biggest fake news story of the week. And it's interesting to sit back and watch that people are so angry over things that the president didn't say. They're more angry than they are at the Clintons for getting rich off of poor Haitians. You can ask all of the Haitian Americans that have been protesting against the Clintons and the Clinton Foundation for years. You can also ask Klaus Eberwein, the former Haitian government official that has all the dirt on the Clinton Foundation. Oh wait, actually you can't ask him because he mysteriously committed suicide the day before he was supposed to testify against the
Hold on a second.
nuts.
Let me ask you a question, Stephanie. Did you get talking points before you came here from the RNC or the White House? It's interesting that yesterday Mark Burns, who was the surrogate that we had on the Trump side yesterday, tried to roll out that same Clinton stuff. Did you get talking points before you came here?
Joy, I didn't get
Did you get talking points? Because what you hold on a second. Well, I don't know you, Stephanie. We don't know each other, but let me just explain to you. This is not Fox News. We're not going to play the game of rolling out out crazy conspiracy theories in the answers to my
It's
question.
not a crazy conspiracy
If
theory.
you have an answer to my question, I'm going to let you give it. But what you're not going to do is throw out crazy conspiracy theories to try to take us off track. So I'm going to let you pause for a minute. I'm going to put you to the side for just a moment. I'm going to go to my other guests because they're more familiar with the way that we.
Now, did you hear that? Oh man, I don't even know where to start. I honestly don't know where to start because there was so much wrong with how Joy-Ann Reid handled that situation that I had to do a video on this because I got physically pissed off. So let's start with the fact that all of a sudden, the Klaus Eberwein situation is a conspiracy theory. This is a conspiracy theory that was reported by the Miami Herald, also reported by the Sentinel, the Sun Sentinel, like pretty much every major Miami publication covered this. He did die. He did work for the Clinton Foundations, for the Clinton Foundation, and he didn't do a little work for them. He wasn't like an intern. This was a man who was in charge of all of the finances that the Clinton Foundations had involved with Haiti and how that money was dispersed amongst the Haitians. But that's not a conspiracy theory. By no means is that he did kill himself. Not only did he kill himself, he was set to testify. These are not conspiracy theories. And the way instead of actually quoting the legitimate, credible sources who have done a responsible job reporting those facts, she goes straight to Fox News. Why do you think she does that? Because the reality of the situation is, anybody who takes Joy seriously, first of all, in my opinion, probably is not that bright. Or at the very, very bare minimum, they are not that involved in politics, nor are they aware of their political surroundings. Because Joy-Ann she's full of shit. Like, in all honesty, she takes Damacity to the next level, and she's one of the reasons that I created the word, because that's literally what we're witnessing right now. And I would say that maybe she's just naive, but Joy-Ann is anything but naive. What she is, however, is an opportunist. It's just, as you all know, we have never seen Joy-Ann Reid's name in the media as much as we have recently, and it's literally been because she's decided to bitch on Twitter all the time about every single thing that Donald Trump says. Oh, and then of course, remember, she used to throw Bernie Sanders' name in there too, because Bernie Sanders is a sexist, according to her. I feel like on the totem pole of how much I don't like Hillary Clinton, if Hillary Clinton's at a 10, Joy-Ann Reid is at about a 9.2, because she is almost as responsible as Rachel Maddow for how ignorant the left is when it comes to Hillary Clinton. And she says it with so much provocation, like with so much conviction, like, oh, this isn't Fox News. We're not going to talk about conspiracy theories in the Clintons. We're not doing this Clinton mess. What Clinton mess? It's a fact. They are being investigated right now because it's a fact. They are known in the Haitian communities as mobsters and thieves. That is a fact. There were people protesting in Philadelphia. There were people protesting in Miami. The Haitians were protesting. That is a fact. Bill Clinton's brother has a cartel on the rice industry in Haiti. That is a fact. The Clinton Foundation and the Clintons in general have tampered with elections in Haiti. That is an absolute fact. Haitians, by and large, if they know anything about what's going on in their government or in their economics, they know that Hillary Clinton and Bill Clinton are the couple that is keeping them in the economic predicament that they are currently in. And for Joy-Ann Reid to sit here and just pretend like she gives a damn about the Haitian people. Oh, look at me. I'm from West Africa, and I'm from one of those shithole countries that you're talking. Joy, shut the hell up. You sold out. You sold out. Don't try to invoke your blackness now. You didn't decide to invoke your blackness when Hillary Clinton was turning Black Lives Matter away whenever they try to ask her a simple question. Why did you call us super predators? She couldn't even answer the question. She ignored them and turned them away, while Bernie Sanders, on the other hand, gave them a speaking platform, gave them the microphone, and then hired someone from Black Lives Matter onto his campaign. But you decide to call Bernie Sanders the racist and the sexist. I cannot stand people like Joy-Ann Reid because they are opportunists. They are the same opportunists that like to keep the left ignorant so that the establishment can continue to benefit. And for some reason, think about this. This woman is not she's not intelligent in my personal opinion. She's not an incredibly gifted reporter. Hell, half the time she doesn't even report the truth. There's nothing impressive about Joy-Ann Reid. She never, ever says anything thought-provoking. And yet, someone like Joy-Ann Reid is a multi-millionaire. And for some reason, is releasing books and making money off. What has Joy-Ann Reid ever offered anybody as far as legitimately thoughtful insight into the outcome of this elections or how we got to this point? All she did for a year and a half was complain about Trump and complain about Bernie and complain all over Twitter until she got her way. And she still hasn't gotten her way. And so she's complaining about that. She didn't get her job in the White House like she thought she was going to get. And so she's upset about it. You know who else can spend their entire day tweeting and complaining about things they don't get and would probably still do a better job than Joy-Ann Reid? My 17-year-old sister could do that. She can complain all day on Twitter too. But I will be damned if I was going to let this bullshit fly. Because that's exactly what it is. Taking a man who died. I mean, we're going to pretend like he wasn't tied into the Clinton Foundation, that he didn't die right before he was supposed to testify. That's not a conspiracy theory. There are a lot of crazy conspiracy theories out there. But believe it or not, most of them, if they do involve the Clintons, it's about what they didn't do. The conspiracies are about what they didn't do. But last time I checked, there are a couple of people who have just gotten indicted for things that Hillary and Bill and the Clinton Foundation in general were involved in. And one of the main charges they have is conspiracy to violate the FCPA, the Foreign Corrupt Practices Act. So whenever Hillary Clinton has to stand in front of that judge, who I hope to God is Republican, I don't say that very often, when she has to stand in front of that judge and they read off her charges, and one of those charges is conspiracy to commit, conspiracy to corrupt, conspiracy to violate, I'm going to be saying the same thing too, except for it's probably going to have a different connotation. But look at all these conspiracy theorists out here who ended up being right. Because people like Joy-Ann Reid do continue to forget. I don't care how much you want to say, use the term conspiracy theorist as a negative connotation. If you conspire to break the law, that is indeed a crime. And a lot of the things that the Clintons are accused of, those are federal crimes. So conspiring on the federal level is much, much worse. There is no conspiracy theory And I wanna look at this. Look at her face. Look at her face. I just like, oh man, hold on.
Over things that the president didn't say. They're more angry than they are at the Clintons for getting rich off of poor Haitians. You can ask all of the Haitian Americans that have been protesting against the Clintons and the Clinton Foundation for years. You can also ask Klaus Eberwein, the former Haitian government official that has all the dirt on the Clinton Foundation. Oh wait, actually you can't ask him because he mysteriously committed suicide the day before he was supposed to testify.
Look at their faces. Look at their, what are they surprised at? What did she say that? No, don't get me twisted. Don't get it twisted. Trump's comments were wrong. He should not have said that. I've made that perfectly clear in several of my videos. I've made that perfectly clear in my podcast. He should not have said what he said. And I do believe that what he said was wrong. And it is true. He does direct things like that at countries that are primarily people of color. He would never say anything like that at a Western white dominant country. He wouldn't. This is just a fact. However, at the same time, look at their faces. She merely mentioned Clinton has done worse to Haiti than what you all are trying to pretend. But we don't want to talk about people's lives being in jeopardy, people's livelihood being in jeopardy because of what the Clintons have done. But let's talk about a fucking word. Let's complain about a word. It's pathetic. And she says, yeah, this guy who literally was about to testify to prove all of these things that I am telling you right now mysteriously died. Mysteriously committed suicide the day after someone else who was investigating the Clinton Foundation committed suicide, by the way. Peter Smith. But, oh my God, look at the disgust on their face. How could she mention a material fact? The audacity of this bitch. A material fact? On cable television? On the news, no less? Come on. Come on, people. How long are they going to be allowed to do this? CNN is no better than Fox News, but yet they try to claim the high ground on them. They try to claim the high ground on Fox News when they're no better. In fact, oftentimes they're kind of worse. Because, you know, Fox News really doesn't try to pretend where their alliances are. I know what Fox News is about. But CNN pretends to be the progressive media. Like, Fox News is actually conservative. Like, they are what are, I don't want to, I'll call it entertainment conservatism, convenient conservatism. But Joy-Ann Reid, CNN, MSNBC, all these people, they're dangerous. And they are dangerous because they pretend to be progressive. They pretend to be on the side of minorities. They pretend to be on the side of these countries who Trump calls shitholes. They don't give a damn about those countries. They don't care about them. And that, in my personal opinion, is much, much more dangerous than Fox News. We can prove Fox News wrong pretty easily whenever they say something stupid. When quite honestly, Fox News has probably been on the right side of many arguments lately, more than I would care to admit, but they have been, to be totally honest with you. I'm not a fan of Fox News, but I am not a fan of lies. Y'all know that first and foremost. First and foremost, I am not a fan of lies. And 90% of what comes out of Joy-Ann Reid's mouth is lies on lies on lies on lies on lies on lies. I mean, when have you ever like seen a Joy-Ann Reid post and you're like, oh wow, I really learned something new about Joy-Ann Reid today. Like, I learned something new from Joy-Ann Reid today. Not ever. And probably, let's be honest, people. I don't know who this lady is. Like I said, the thing she said in the beginning was kind of weird because she was like, Trump didn't say that. But whenever he did say it, he didn't like He even tweeted, like, he reaffirmed that he said it. So we shouldn't be surprised about that. But the thing that she said next was true. Those were material facts. See, that's what they do. Instead of actually dealing with the material facts at hand about people they don't like, or about people that they like, they avoid that. How did that make you feel? Listen, that's what she said. I'm not even joking. That's not an exaggeration. Look, I'm gonna show you.
So, Joy, we didn't actually hear him say.
Ron White, how did you feel when you heard those comments?
How did you feel when you heard those? I don't give a damn about your feelings. Yeah, it's stupid. He shouldn't have said it. Move on. How about we deal with all the investigations, perhaps, that are happening? Maybe that's a thing we could talk about on the news, where you're supposed to report the news, the factual news, the news with the facts, like what this young lady, who her first comments were a little bit misguided, once again, admittedly so, but those comments afterwards were facts. And so what I have witnessed, and what you all have witnessed with me, is that Joy-Ann really doesn't give a damn about facts. The news this is exactly why we have to do a better job, in my opinion, of supporting independent media. That's why we really have to do our best to protect the voices of independent media. Even the ones I don't even like a lot of voices in independent media. I'm not gonna lie to you. Some of them I know are out for clicks, and but there are a lot of them that are very, very honest, at least from their perspective. And they're not backed by a corporate agenda. They're not becoming millionaires off of, how did that make you feel? Hold on. It may have made, guess what? Because now, disregarding the first sentence he said, disregarding her first comment, I would have responded the exact same way. How did that make you feel? Yeah, it sucked. Anyway, how about we start talking about the facts? How about we start talking about everything that our country has personally done to facilitate the destruction and the economic disparity in many of the countries that Trump is referring to? How about we talk about our hand in making these countries shithole countries? And how about we talk about the fact that we still have really shithole states here that we haven't done anything about? How about we start addressing the issues with facts and evidence and solutions, instead of trying to garner this reactionary, how does it make you feel bullshit? How does it make me feel does not put food on anyone's plate. It does not put money in anyone's bank account. It does not stop war. And until we start holding these type of people accountable, like Joy-Ann Reid, we're going to keep seeing this. I just feel so angry. I just feel so angry, and Joy-Ann Reid makes me feel angry, and she represents my anger, so I'm going to listen to what she says. It's called muddying the waters. Although Joy-Ann Reid claimed that Stephanie tried to muddy the waters with facts. I just don't get conspiracy. It's conspiracy theories. All these material facts are conspiracy theories. Let me guess. Are we going to pretend that the doctor who recently passed away, that was at it, like, is him dying a conspiracy theory? Was him going to Haiti a conspiracy theory? Was his email saying that he was going to call out the Clintons for the horrible conditions that the Clinton Foundation had left the Haitians in a conspiracy theory? Did that just not happen either? Is that a conspiracy theory? I don't think so. But they have gotten away with literally turning facts. Facts, people. I mean, facts that are documented. They even, remember at first, they tried to say that the WikiLeaks were fake, that they hadn't been proven, and then Colin Powell, which I have a lot of respect for. I have a lot of respect for that guy. He might say, oh no, they're real. They're real as hell. There's going to be more too. There's going to be more that come out. I was like, ooh, that's awkward. They tried to play that card, and Colin Powell was like, no, that's real. That's true. But they tried to claim that WikiLeaks was a conspiracy theory. Everything is conspiracy theory. If it goes against a neoliberal agenda, it's conspiracy theory. This is dangerous. This is like I think the reason I got so like fumingly pissed, like I was heated, was because all I could think about is there are millions of people who are going to watch this, and now that man's name, Klaus Eberwein, is going to be associated with conspiracy theory. In the connotation of how people usually take that word. A man who died will now be viewed by many people in this country as some right-wing conspiracy, although all the facts are literally right there in front of them. That is insanity, people. It is frustrating. It is so frustrating. Oh, man. Well, people, I think that's going to be it for this evening. Thank you all so much for tuning in. I greatly appreciate it. Definitely going to check out. I'm definitely going to be posting some more tonight. I was getting a lot of stuff done for the show. As you all know, like I said, doing this full time now. So a lot that goes into that. Donate to the One Follow $1 campaign. If you have not, I do a podcast every single day now. So you can either catch that on Podbean. You can catch it on iTunes, Stitcher, or SoundCloud. So any of those, just type in Mikasa Sukasa with Nika House or MCSC Politics. You can find me on either one, or using either one of those key phrases. And yeah, man, share this video because people need to hear this. Oh man, this is like y'all. It really made me mad. Okay, I cannot even front. It pissed me off. Klaus Eberwein's death is not a conspiracy theory. He did die, for those of you who are watching, he did die right before he was going to testify. He was in charge of Clinton Foundation's finances, and he was specifically, for those of you who are curious, going to testify against the Clinton Foundation and speak of how their finances were tied into the Venezuelan oil industry and all the corruption that went along with that. So no, it was not conspiracy. It was another man who coincidentally died right before he was about to drop some information about the Clintons. How convenient, right? Always remember, ladies and gentlemen, find your balance. Peace.